The void stretched endlessly beyond the viewport, a sea of stars scattered across infinite black. A massive ship, the Crimson Wraith, drifted silently through it, cloaked and deadly. Its captain, the infamous pirate Varric Thane, leaned back in his throne of fused bone and metal, his eyes like molten gold under the dim light of the bridge. He had seen countless battles, destroyed colonies, and plundered empires. Nothing surprised him anymore. Until that day. It started when his crew intercepted a distress beacon near the fractured moons of Eldarian 5. Normally, Thane would have ignored it. The Wraith hunted for cargo were stealing, not survivors. But his scanners detected something unusual. The ship was of Terran design, a human vessel, far beyond their known sectors. Curiosity, the rarest of emotions for the old pirate, made him give the order. "Bring it aboard," he said with a lazy growl. The crew obeyed. The derelict vessel was hauled into the Wraith's docking bay like a carcass drawn to a predator's lair. The airlocks hissed open, revealing a ruined freighter with flickering lights and blood streaks across its corridor walls. They found only one survivor, a boy. He couldn't have been older than 17. His name, according to the ship's logs, was Elias Cade. His uniform bore the insignia of the Terran Navy Cadet Corps. His pulse was weak but steady. "Just a child," Varric muttered. "Hardly worth the air he breathes." But when Elias opened his eyes, there was no fear. Only a glare so sharp, so defiant, that even the battle-hardened pirates paused. The beginning. The boy who wouldn't bow. Elias was thrown into the brig, surrounded by Varric's crew, mercenaries, aliens, and hybrids, all sneering at their new captive. Yet he didn't cower. He met their jeers with silence, his gaze unwavering. On the second day, when a hulking brute named Korik mocked him and shoved his face into the steel wall, Elias reacted. He twisted, grabbed Korik's plasma dagger, and stabbed the pirate's hand to the bulkhead. The creature howled, his blood sizzling on metal. The others roared in disbelief. "Let the boy live," Varric ordered, stepping into the cell with a grin. "He's got fire in him." Elias spat blood at the pirate's boots. "Do your worst." Varric chuckled, an echoing sound that filled the cell. "Oh, I intend to." But instead of punishment, he had the boy brought to the training deck. "You want to live, boy?" Varric asked, pacing around him like a predator circling prey. "Then earn it. Fight. Prove you're more than another scared little Terran drifting too far from home." Elias fought, every day, against towering alien warriors, droids, even simulations of past raids. His body bruised, bones fractured, but he never yielded. Each defeat only sharpened him further. And each time he rose again, Varric watched with growing fascination. The middle, the ferocity within. Weeks passed aboard the Crimson Wraith. Elias learned the ship's systems, the crew's routines, and Varric's rules, loyalty, strength, and cunning above all. He saw how the pirate captain ruled, through fear and respect balanced like a blade's edge. But Elias didn't just survive, he adapted. In the mess hall, he bested veteran pirates in tactical games. In combat drills, he learned to counter alien fighting styles. When a riot broke out among the lower decks, it was Elias who broke it up, not with authority but sheer ferocity. His blooded fists and defiant roars silenced them all. Varric began to see something of himself in the boy. One evening, as they stood in the observation dome overlooking a dying star, the pirate finally asked, "Why fight so hard? Your people left you. No one's coming." Elias didn't look away from the burning light. "Because someone has to make them remember who we are." Varric's grin faded. "You sound like a leader." "I'm not," Elias said. "Not yet." The pirate laughed softly. "You will be." From that day on, Varric made him his apprentice, not officially, but in the way he shared his secrets. He taught Elias about pirate codes, black market networks, how to read star routes that weren't on any official map, He even showed him the Wraith's hidden army, relics of forgotten wars. But among the crew, tension grew. Some whispered that the human boy was a threat, a spark that could ignite rebellion. The turning point, blood on the bridge. The moment came when Captain Thane's rivals found them, a fleet of syndicate raiders led by Captain Cora Vex, a merciless pirate queen who'd once served under Varric before betraying him. The Wraith was ambushed near the orbit of Nereth 9, her hull tearing under a rain of plasma fire. "Shields down to 20%, shouted the helmsman. Varric barked orders, firing back, but it wasn't enough. The syndicate ships surrounded them like wolves. And then Elias acted. Ignoring orders, he sprinted to the weapons console and rerouted power from life support to the cannons. "Do it now," he yelled. The crew hesitated, a human giving orders, but Varric's booming voice followed. "You heard him." The Wraith roared to life, unleashing a storm of plasma fire that ripped through Cora's lead ship. The explosion lit up the void. But in the chaos, a boarding party breached the bridge. Blades and blasters clashed. Elias fought beside Varric, back to back. When a syndicate brute charged, the boy leaped onto him, driving a vibroblade into the alien's throat. Varric grinned through blood and smoke. "You fight like death itself." Elias shouted over the gunfire. "Then let's make them fear us both." Hours later, silence fell. The Wraith drifted among the wreckage of her enemies. Smoke curled from her hull, but she still lived, and so did her captain and his apprentice. The ending, the pirate's choice. In the aftermath, the crew gathered on the bridge, exhausted but alive. They had followed Varric for years, but it was a human boy who'd saved them. Whispers spread again, this time not of fear but of respect. Varric watched Elias, his golden eyes reflecting the flames of distant ships. "You've earned your place here," he said quietly. "More than that, you've earned mine." He pressed a button on his wristband. The captain's insignia detached from his armor, a small, silver emblem shaped like a burning wing. "Take it," Varric said. Elias hesitated. "What are you doing?" "Passing the torch," the pirate replied. "Every empire dies. Every legend ends. But a fire like yours, that's something worth surviving for." Elias took the insignia, his hand trembling. Around them, the crew knelt, not out of fear, but allegiance. Varric smiled one last time. "Don't waste it, boy." Then he toned, stepping into the docking pod. Before Elias could stop him, the pod launched into the star's corona, the captain's body dissolving into light. The Crimson Wraith was silent. Then Elias spoke, his voice calm but resolute. "Set course for the outer rim. We've got work to do." The crew obeyed. As the ship vanished into hyperspace, the legend of Elias Cade, the human pirate king, was born, a boy who defied the stars and inherited the mantle of the galaxy's most dangerous outlaw. And somewhere, in the endless dark, the ghost of the old pirate's laughter echoed, proud, eternal, and free.